flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start with the minutes. That was the, let's go over the bills first.
So you may need to write this in.
Yep.
Fontaine's, it's invoice number 16, dated April 30th, 2019.
Yep.
And the amount is $1,916,538.85. So that's just through April. To date, I think the contractor has billed $25.5 million out of the 32.5. So, yeah, it should be, we'll see these probably drop down a little bit from the 2 million mark down to about 1.5 million, and then down to about 1 million for the next couple months. And then we'll help, we're holding 5% on everything that's been billed to date as a retainage. So we have plenty of retainage to hold for punch list items. The next invoice is Collier's, our invoice, April 30th, $37,168.50. SMMA's invoice also through April, $59,669.64. Then Allied Testing, just for material testing, $216. And then Intertech, which is kind of an envelope commissioning testing for $4,500. And that's it for invoices.
Have a motion to accept.
Did they not get the?
Motion to accept the bills is read.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All those
What's
in
that?
favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Sent it over to everyone.
Next month.
Okay.
I'm sorry, who motioned and who accepted?
We declined to pay.
Rick motioned.
I motioned. Chris seconded.
I did.
Okay. Just to continue on finances, I did again pass out this eye test, which I'm failing. But it's, again, column A is our budget, so if you go down to the bottom, it's 45 million, just over $45 million was our budget. Column B, invoice to date, is we're at about $31.3 million. We've contracted, in bottom of column C, just over 40 million. Over this period, we've entered into new invoices of 4.2 million. I think that's because a couple of Fontaine's invoices were entered in this period. But columns F and G, again, is really what the net is to the town. F is the amount that we think will be eligible. So of the 31,000 that we paid, or 31 million that we paid to date, we feel that about 24.5 million of that is going to be eligible for reimbursement. And so based on the town's reimbursement rate, that nets out to be about $15.5 million. So 15.5 million out of the 31.3, we feel is the amount that should be reimbursable.
Hi.
Hey, Gary.
Is the meeting going on right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just,
You guys called the big guns in for nothing?
Yeah.
Can't have a party without you.
Until I dress for the occasion?
Yeah.
Well, I've got to do something last week, shave.
Matt, you wanna go through your,
Yeah.
any questions on any of the finances? Kurt?
Yeah, I want to start from the beginning. No, just kidding.
I pledge allegiance.
I trust you.
Basically, we are, we're on budget, we're doing well.
Stop right there.
We don't have much in the way of change orders. There have been a couple new ones that we went through earlier, but relatively, relatively small dollar values. And we're getting towards the end, so we don't really have a lot on our pending list.
Matt, how do you make out, I mean, if you guys maybe already talked about it, I apologize, but did you, how do you make out that paving issue you're gonna try to get down Dudley Road, South Road?
Go to berm?
No, when are you gonna try to go from the match line from Dudley Road up instead of leaving that strip in front of the country store and what have you?
Oh, yeah, no, that's gonna be done.
That's all,
Oh, yeah.
that was all resolved, well, not, okay.
Yeah.
Probably won't be done till August. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, no, I know, we had talked about that, I'm like,
That's-
yeah, it makes
that's in-
perfect sense. I know we had all chimed in email, I just didn't know where.
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah,
we're
that
at.
one. All right.
Well, why don't we jump into Matt's update
Okay,
on
well-
recent activities?
A lot of site work has been going on. Of course, we're fighting the weather. Just poured some of the sidewalks in the plaza area in the front, circles and all that. They've set all the granite, seating, curbing, benches, a lot of granite in the front.
That step got resolved as well, right?
Yes, it did. We got the new block. The
Oh,
new-
you did?
Yeah, it came in,
Bubble wrapped, I hope?
yeah. It came in Friday, and it's in
At all
place
costs,
now.
right?
The other one's out of here. They started curbing on Wellington. Of course, the big thing is we paved
Yeah.
the driveway.
I seen the binder coat up there, yeah.
South and west parking areas. Now they've run their curbing from kind of the loading dock, starting to go down Wellington
Mhm.
to south, and they'll continue working on that. That's it for site work, pretty much. We're cleaning out the area, getting rid of whatever we don't need, trying to make room. Hopefully if weather permitting, we'll be ready for some more sidewalks. They're looking to get rid of, that's weather permitting, right? Don't have to tell you that. So, in the building, lots going on. Cleaners are in there right now on the third floor, glass and cleaning out classrooms. That's pretty much all that's happening on the third floor. Second floor, we're working our way down. It's just odds and ends on the second floor. That's pretty much complete at this point. There's some flooring. They're just finishing up the woodwork in the media area, in both media rooms. Looks great. Carpeting is down on both floors, wherever carpeting was called for. First floor, that's where all the action is. We're putting a lot of millwork in the cafeteria, on the walls going in. They're finishing up that crazy stage, that cloud, I think they call it, over the stage. That's taken a lot of work, because there's sprinkler heads and there's light fixtures, and they've had to stop and cut in, so it's been a long process.
Looks good, though.
It's continuing the floor. The floor is maybe 15%, 20% into the cafeteria now, going east. That'll be going on for a while. They're starting the floors in the classrooms on the first floor. They've cut all the pieces to size. They've prepped all the floors. Now they just have to sand them down and start laying carpet. They've graded off in the back corner where the pre-K kindergarten playground will be. That work is finishing up, and they've just formed for the steps over there. That might get poured in the next time we have some good weather. Inside, what else?
Another month or so, they should be ready to put the old the Gladys Salem playground back in, right?
Yeah, they were talking today actually about wanting to hold off on that just because they were afraid it would invite kids to start coming in and play on it,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I can see the point, kind of an attractive nuisance.
Yeah, I
Until
mean,
it's
while it's
available for that cross,
still
yeah.
their site, they don't wanna have kids on it any earlier than they have to. So they may get all the other stuff done, maybe even have the posts put in, but just not do the final pieces and parts that make it playable, you know. What else? The actual top of paving won't be maybe till July, August, just to hold that off, to get past the delivery of furniture.
A lot of
Destroy
the casework, like the benches in the hallways and some of those, finish, you know, it's really kind of the detail finish work that's going on now. So painting, flooring, millwork, wall panels, ceilings, you know, and then the finish mechanical, I guess it would be,
Yeah, most of that is finished at this point,
yeah.
just come in as needed.
But so as you're going up, so starting out at first level, it's the least finished, but as you get to the third floor, it's already, like Matt said, they're already cleaning, and it looks really nice. They were getting some sort of stairs at the grand stair that, you know, curved pieces in, and some casework bench seating right there, so that's going in, it looks great. A lot of activity.
Oh, yeah.
But also today, the furniture vendors showed up today for a meeting to kind of go through and talk about delivery and access to the building and just kind of the layout and where they can pull up with what size truck and those sorts of issues. But the schedule is really kind of drawn out for furniture delivery, so we're not gonna have trucks at every door with a ton of people coming all at once. It's not that kind of madhouse August delivery that we often get for the school projects, so this will be good. You know, they can get in early, get it set up. We've released some of the technology, but we still have more to go. Obviously, some of that will need to be up and running in order for the contractors to tie in their systems for the building automation systems, for, you know, even just the copiers and different things, network items. So the wireless access points, all that kind of stuff has been released, but need now to get that up and running. Those rooms look good, though. The data rooms, they got their epoxy flooring in today, so they're in good shape. It's clean, so at least in the upper floors, they're ready for equipment. It won't be in just yet, but
Just so you know, Fontana's done their punch list on second, third floor. SMMA has had their architect, one of their guys, in there since last Tuesday, doing his punch list, second and third floor, so then they'll start picking away at that.
But, so we're looking good. Schedule-wise, we're on schedule. No hiccups, nothing foreseen that would kind of
On
impact.
schedule, on budget, don't you love that?
Yes, on schedule and on budget,
You don't hear that every day.
period.
Because I know there's a lot of guys that worked up there, like, this is gonna be the coldest, windiest, rainiest town in the world, because they just got the whole,
Coldest,
the whole
windiest.
shit, huh? Oh my God. I talking to one of the drivers up there.
Yeah, it seemed like every day we had a job meeting, it snowed,
Yeah.
it rained. Just, every Tuesday. I bet if we
And
look
then-
back, it would probably be like one day in the past year where
Well,
we
and then
didn't
we
have
had it
pre-
today.
precip.
We moved our job meeting today to Monday, and of course it poured this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least it didn't lighten.
Yeah, nothing wood.
You're trying, you're trying.
But no, so it all does look really good. It would be, you know, if the committee wants to go through at some point, yeah, we can set something up even if you want.
I've been trying to like get over there, but I'm just so busy myself. Every day I say, I'm gonna take a swing over, give Matt a call, or Mike a call, and I'm like, it's
Well,
like,
what ti- if you're busy, if you're not this, if you get some time this week, I'm gonna go up for the first time in a while, so I don't know if you,
or why don't you give me a shout out then?
all right.
Cause
I'll
I'm
check with
working
you
right at my
tomorrow.
shop, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll just
give
check with
me-
you tomorrow.
Let me know what time, what day and
Yeah.
time. what
Mind
minutes.
if I tag along with you? I've
No,
been-
no, that'd be
I-
great,
Matt
yeah.
took me through a while ago, but I'd like to go through again.
Okay.
We'll just make sure, I mean, we'll.
We're gonna do a drive-by on you, we'll let you know.
Sure, yeah.
Not a
okay.
drive-by
Yeah,
shooting.
yeah, great,
Not a drive-by shooting.
Just a drive-by.
okay, just, okay, great.
You say that before it's officially a school, okay? You don't say that when it's.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
Sad but true.
Yep.
But yeah, Chris, give me a shout out
Okay.
tomorrow, that'd be good.
I will do it.
Maybe go out at lunchtime, we'll steal somebody's lunchbox.
Chris is buying, so
I'm buying lunch.
Yeah, so
Bring a pizza.
the other things would be transitioning in, so we're talking about training and talking
Oh, yeah.
about,
Yeah.
you know, scheduling those types of things, and obviously, you know, you don't have a lot of staff around during the summer, so we'll see what we can do, and I know that the contractor's already put out some proposed
Yeah.
dates,
I was
so-
just waiting until after,
Tonight.
I gotta make some decisions the next couple of days, so, as to who I've got going where.
Yeah, but so that will be probably multiple phases of training, you know, kind of that first thing. But really, once you live in the building for a little bit and understand what it is that you don't know how to do and what you kind of need a refresher on or something like that, we'll set those up. You know, as we come out of the warm weather in the fall and start to get into the heating season, then we'll start to, you know, we can kind of do a refresher on some of
Yep.
those things. So we're not going anywhere, we'll be here for a while, even after occupancy. And the commissioning agent is still coming out and they're still doing their testing. They are required to come back 10 months after substantial completion to just check, make sure everything is still functioning, if things need adjustment
Yeah,
or.
little tweaking.
Yeah, and so that's required for closeout of the project. So, it's a 10-month review, and then they have to go back and do the
They go through all the
paperwork.
mechanicals, everything of the whole building, pretty much.
Well, they spot check.
Okay.
But then they issue a report to the MSBA, and that's one of the key closeout documents. You don't get to start your closeout until all those documents are in, and then you submit it to the MSBA, and they'll comment on what you're missing or what they want to see adjusted, and then they'll put you on the calendar. So, you know, you're at least a year after substantial completion before you can close out the project.
Mhm.
And the reason I say that is because there's, the MSBA stops reimbursing at the 95% of the grant, and holds that last 5% until the building is completely closed out,
Yeah.
all the project. So I don't know where we are with, what percentage we're at, but just as an FYI, they do hold that last 5% until everything is completely closed, and it does take, it takes a year or so.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you know, everything is going very well right now. We're very pleased with the progress.
I have a couple things. Last meeting, we talked about the dedication,
Yes.
and that was gonna be discussed internally, and time capsules. We're starting to get, excuse me, to that point. I know Diane is not here, obviously. But at least, you know, you folks thinking about what's going in the new time capsule.
I was gonna send an email out, because Jen did give us a guideline as to what should go in and
Size and.
size and all that, and I think if I send it out to staff to say thoughts, ideas.
Did she get back to you? Or-
Well, she'd already given it to me, I just need to send an email out to my staff.
Oh, I see.
To say, what do people recommend, and
Was that being kept internally, like in the school somewhere, in the wall? Did we decide where that was going?
right by the office.
It's in the lobby,
It is,
right
okay.
outside the window,
All right, it is, okay, that's what I thought, okay.
Where the
I know we
desk
talked
is.
about that.
and then, of course, the other one, the Salem one is getting buried somewhere. Diane's gonna come in the
That's-
dark of night, dressed in black, and she'll dig a hole before we put the
Oh,
sod down.
that's nice, yeah.
That shouldn't raise any concerns.
With its proximity to the schools, to the police department, what could
Right.
possibly go wrong?
Nothing can go wrong. Yes, we're,
And then the, opening, you said, I mean, the, kind of
Ribbon cutting.
ribbon cutting, where are we at?
That's, again, that
well,
was all
we
part of
we
the
were
discussion.
we were months off, right? So here I am thinking, hey, we'll do it in June. If you remember,
Right.
Right.
that's going back after our last meeting. It was like more of October, I think we were shooting for. Just the fact that there's so much going on, there's just
Right.
no
Oh, yeah.
way to do it. So given that we have October now in our sights, obviously, you know, I have already talked to both the senator and the representative. They'd like just get through the budget process on their end before they start scheduling dates. but I said it's probably gonna be in October. I said the first
Okay.
couple weeks, the first 2 weeks of October.
Because there's one individual at the MSBA who handles all that scheduling for that stuff.
Oh, should we just,
Well, I mean, I could
Okay.
let him know
Yeah, what you tell them,
That
we're
we're
looking for,
shooting
begin
for-
early October.
yeah.
early
That-
October. then
that's
at
what we
least
were-
Close.
the
Early
first 2
mid-October,
weeks?
and see what they got.
You're right.
That's fine.
So,
Okay.
in terms of if the MSB handles that part of it, then it becomes, when I say easy, it does for us, because it's just the local officials and those folks, we can absolutely, get, so.
Okay.
So I'll wait to hear, Matt, I won't do a thing with the senator, until, Ann Goby or anything like that. She comes, she's pretty common, we see her a lot, so I mean, but we'll wait for that.
And the only thing with the Salem time capsule is that somewhere before June 14th, they'll be putting the sod down. So let's call it, we have a month. Call it 3 weeks to be safe, to decide if anything else is going in it. And, when it gets closer, I'll let Diane know.
So that's the first I've heard of that time capsule.
Ye-
I don't,
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
from
even
the
know it
old
was open. I
playground.
thought that's just, it was pulled out, it's going right back in, not touching it, it
That's what
wasn't
we-
opened.
That was,
Well, I think so too, right?
that's actually my understanding,
Yeah, I
that they,
Oh, okay,
it's
then-
Diane has it sealed, it's
She has it,
with
then
her.
it's just a
When
matter
it's
of.
time,
It will go,
The back.
before June 14th, they're supposed to get the sod in,
Right.
Yeah.
so.
It was exhumed, but it was never open.
right.
Right.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be reoccurred, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Anything else? Or-
There you go, vote.
Yeah, all right.
No, I have nothing else.
do we need to make the request for the $50,000?
We did.
Oh,
We
okay,
did
I
already.
didn't know if we had
We
to vote
voted
on
for
that.
You guys spending money without me? What's 50 grand for what?
Try it,
It's
try
no
it.
big deal.
Just some modifications in the
pocket
kitchen.
change.
Servery for the
Administrative
kitchen.
office?
Oh,
Yeah, right, yeah.
so I can feed 630 kids.
Oh, I thought maybe it was for all Rich's easy buttons we need to order for him.
We tested the exit escape door, and it works well.
Bail out door.
Escape. Bail out.
Yeah, motion to adjourn,
Motion to adjourn?
second.
Aye.
All in
Favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Who's gonna